Hi, and welcome to You'd Better Work It. I'm Ginger.
And I'm Ruby.
And we know that you'd better work it. And I guess you say work what? Ruby, they're saying work what? Whatever your it is, you need to work it. But tonight, we're going to talk about a topic that I think the whole world has a challenge with.
Yes.
And that's dieting and weight
gosh.
loss.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Oh Lord, I don't even want to think about it right now. Lord, do we really have to talk about this?
Yes, we do, because we got to work it.
We got to work it.
We got to work it.
But we're going to talk about fads, bads, and glads. Now, is that a topic for you? Because we know all about all the different fads with dieting, and some of them are fads. We've had some bad experiences with dieting. And then some of us, we have good experiences, and we're glad because we have results because of the good experience that we have with dieting. So, Ruby, you just want to jump in here and talk a little bit about, I guess we can talk about, let's talk about the fads.
The fads?
Yes.
Well, when you think about weight loss, everybody wants it immediately. I want these 5 pounds gone. I want these 10 pounds gone. I even want 20 pounds gone, but I want them gone tomorrow. So, of course, you know, all of these advertisings, your girlfriends, your husbands, your spouses, everybody's talking. There's a new thing out. Eat cabbage soup.
Yes.
Drink water, drink lemon, drink mint juice. However, as a fads are not long term.
They're just what they're called.
They're just what they call it. It's the new thing.
They fade away.
They fade away. And it's not healthy. Anything long term when it comes to those type of, diets aren't good for your body long term. You know, like somebody that maybe your doctor, now I would say this, if your doctor tells you they want you to do a fad, take a pill, have surgery, all things stop. You got to listen to what your doctor tells you. It's up to you for that. However, when it just comes to, I want something quick and easy, it's not worth it to your body. You're really damaging your body when you do those type of things. You know, yes, juicing works for a while, but you can't juice 24 hours a day.
Right.
Okay? And I mean like wake up and juice, have a snack juice, lunch juice, dinner juice. That's too much. Your body needs different types. Like I said before, we need the carbs, protein, and fat. You know, when you don't have that mixture, your body can lose muscle tone. You can make yourself sick. Actually, you can get diabetes, believe it or not.
Yes.
You know, from too much of the juicing, or just having a strict carb diet or a low protein. You need a little mixture of everything.
Yes.
So fads aren't good for you.
They're not good. And you know, I was having a challenge, and just to speak to what you're talking about, I was having a challenge, and my doctor told me to make my diet as close to liquid as possible. So I started doing smoothies, and I started getting worse because what I didn't realize was I was doing the liquid diet to treat one situation, but it was causing an issue with another situation.
Okay.
So you're right. You can't just jump in there. And even, taking your doctor's advice. We don't want to tell anybody not to take their doctor's advice or not to take medication.
That's correct.
But you, at the same time, have to be vigilant, like I always say. And sometimes it requires a second opinion.
Yes.
Especially if you're not getting any better. So the whole smoothie thing is a fad if it's not used properly.
It's a fad that can turn bad.
Right.
You know, it's the same thing like when people ask me about B12 shots, or or taking a pill, or doing fat burner shots. All of those things are not good for your body long term. I won't say, don't do it, because, B12, your B's and C's are water solubles. So whatever your body doesn't need, it's going to take it away. But your other vitamins that, like your A, D, E, and K, they store. So you don't need so much of that. So if you're getting it in a liquid form, you can cause your body to detox. So you don't want that either.
Wow. And that's another thing, the vitamins, the natural supplements. I mean, they can be a good thing, but, a lot of times people jump on that wagon thinking that it's the end-all, be-all.
That's right.
But if you don't have the right combination of natural supplements, you can really cause yourself a major problem.
That's correct.
And that can be, because sometimes people they live and breathe the supplements. Got to take this one, got to do it. This one does this one does. But they don't stop and research how they interact and can conflict with one another.
That's an excellent point, Ginger, because as I was saying, some of your vitamins, they store, in your body longer. They'll store around the fat longer versus, others that are water soluble. So taking a multivitamin is fine, but if you're eating the right things, you don't have to worry about I'm not going to say polluting your body with too much, but that's
what it is.
Essentially it is. You're causing your body to have, too many toxins in. So again, think about your body, and you need the fat. Most dietitians and nutritionists will tell you that yes, you do need fat, but we have a lot of fat. So if you think about, I'm saying we. So if you think about in terms of calories, 1 gram of fat is 9 calories versus 4 calories for 1 gram of protein and carbs. So you can use less of the fat and have more carbs, which you should anyway, and more protein, because your body needs the protein as well. Carbs are just your body's fuel of choice. But if you take too many, guess what happens? It's going to store it. And it's not going to go anywhere, so that's how we gain the weight.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I keep making light and joking and raising my hand, but I'm really serious about my health.
Yes.
And I've really gone through a thing about doing the program. How am I going to do this? A healthcare, fitness, program, knowing that I have this challenge and I need to get rid of this weight and I need to get rid of this. But I'm working on it. You better work it. You better work it. But I also, this whole health, physique thing is really, it's a serious thing because you have a lot of people that have a weight challenge for one reason or another. You have people that have medical issues.
That's correct.
Like myself.
Yes.
That have, the weight issue. And the public, the world, makes just heavy people. So that's a whole another epidemic in and of itself because it's so cruel and so mean-spirited because you're already going through, and then on top of that you've got people judging and putting you in a certain category and mistreating you because of what you look like.
Yeah. Well, Ginger, one of the things that I say, it doesn't matter what you think of me.
Right.
And it's easier sometimes said than done because we're our worst critics sometimes, and as I've always said, it is a challenge. The older you get, the harder it is to lose the weight.
Yes.
However, even with your situation with health issues, but you're becoming more aware of what you need to do. It's a difference in just not doing anything about it. And that's what I hope that people get out of our program. And when we're talking about these type of discussions, don't settle for what somebody is saying about you. Learn your body.
Right, and that was my point because you and I are comfortable in our skin, and we know who we are and what we're doing and why we're doing what we're doing.
Absolutely.
You have a lot of people out there that aren't comfortable. It's very hurtful, and they don't handle it well when people laugh at them or pick at them, and it's not. Sometimes it's not even a matter of not being comfortable in your skin. It's just mean. It's just outright mean, and it's a major issue. And I don't know how you get across to people because we really, we all have something. So we all could laugh at each other from now until the cows come home.
That's right.
But I'm just saying to the viewers, just think about what you're thinking or what you're saying about another person and how your words could injure that person.
Right. And one of the things that I'm smiling now when we talk, years ago about, you don't know my story.
You don't know my story.
You don't know
Lord
my
have
story.
mercy.
And You know, just because somebody may be a, you know, size 0 or size 4, they could have major health issues.
Exactly.
Just because you're thin doesn't mean that you're healthy.
That's right.
You know, just because you may not be the ideal weight that you are, but you could be, when your test results come back all with good results, then that's all really that matters.
That's what I'm talking about. And you're right. You can see somebody that's thin and think that's the end all be all, they got it going on, and they could be anorexic.
That's right.
You don't have any way of knowing that. You're looking at, don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's one of the bads,
That's
you know,
bad.
about weight loss, you know, because we can get so caught up in, I need to lose this weight. I want to lose this weight. Then anorexia comes in, bulimia comes in, and that's not good, you know. So you want to be strong enough to say, okay, I can't lose the weight, but maybe I can call somebody, you know, partner with somebody. If you partner with a person, your spouse, friend, coworker, you'll see the results a lot faster.
Yes,
You
yes,
will.
yes. And so even the fad, if used properly, you can get some results. But what I've seen happen with fads is, you know, people who do get results, they go right back to where they were before they started because they don't do the maintenance. A fad you can't keep up with.
Right. And long term is you're going to put it back on anyway for a fad.
Right, exactly.
You know, and the reason being is because it's just that it's temporary. You know, so if you're going to do juicing or eat the soups or, you know, eat crackers and water, you know, it's not going to last, you know, and you're hurting your body. I have to keep saying that you're really hurting your body because you need the 3 groups. You need the protein, you need the fat, you know, you need your carbs. You know, you just have to cut back on how much you do.
Right.
And I'm always going to say it on every show, cut back, use the smaller plates, get the saucer. You
Push
know,
back from the table.
Push back from
Best
the table.
exercise in the world,
That's
right?
right.
You better work that
good
table.
Exercise. Work
Put
the
the fork
biceps.
down, right? Exercise, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, I mean, so we just got to focus on, you know, what's good for our body, what's good for our souls,
Right.
you know, and then to stay there because you may not be designed to be a size 4. But, you know, if you're a healthy 10 or 12, take that.
Right.
Take that.
And you know, the thing too, Ruby, is we always want what we don't have. We want what the other person has. And I'm a prime example of that because you know, growing up I was a size,
0.
you know, couldn't find me. I turned sideways and I
And you're
disappeared.
gone.
Right, exactly. And to the point that people would tease me and call me Twiggy, and I'm dating myself here, call me Twiggy, and right?
Yes.
And olive oil, and right? And I had such a complex about being skinny that I was drinking this stuff, I can't even remember what it was called back then, to help me put on weight, right? Now, I'm like, give me back those days, right? So we want what we don't have. We want what we see other people with.
Right.
But you gotta appreciate what you do have and work with what you do have.
That's right. And that's influence. That's called influence. You let someone influence you into making a decision that you really weren't comfortable with making. And it's the same thing holds true to today. You know, you're around a group of people and they want you, we lost 10 pounds. So then you want to do the fad, you know, and get a shot. Okay, do the fad and take a pill. Do the fad and, you know, starve yourself. But when you starve yourself, you're breaking down your vital body parts.
Yes, and
you're losing muscle tone.
And what works for you may not work for me.
Absolutely.
So I have to find what works for you, and you got to work it. What works for you, you better work it. Right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But you know, then you know, you also have the GLADs.
Yes.
I love the GLADs. The GLADs are getting a workout program that's for you. Get a workout program just for you. Start out like it's 10 minutes. Do something for 10 minutes. You know, get a partner. Eat right. Because it's eating right and exercise go hand in hand. That's the best prescription you can have.
Yes. And it's natural. And it's what God gave us. All the other stuff that we try to do, God didn't give us that.
Right.
It's a natural. And because we've gotten so sedentary, you know, we sit in front of the computer, we sit in front of the television, you just don't get up and move around. And even at work, we talked about this before, you're sitting at your work. They're finally getting the wisdom in some workplaces, and they're building in the stand-up areas where you can go work because they know people need to get up.
Yes.
It's costing the companies too much money to have employees out because they're sitting there making themselves sick.
Yeah, a lot of employers are going back, to bringing health professionals, fitness instructors in the workplace.
Yes.
So that's a good thing because even if they don't really have can't afford the gym or
Right.
don't want to go outside or, take the walk outside, now they are having, exercise classes early morning,
Yes.
lunchtime,
Yes.
and after work.
And that's one of the reasons that I not to get off subject here, but that's one of the things that I appreciate so much about Michelle Obama is that she has pushed the health and fitness, the exercising, the dancing,
Yes, she does.
the natural vegetables, plant your own garden. You plant your own garden, you know what you're eating.
Yes,
right?
Makes a big difference.
Makes a major, like we used to have gardens
That's
when we were
right.
growing up, country girls, right? And so, it's the natural things. I know I can walk, I can take 10 days and walk and drink water and eat the right things. And 15 pounds is gone.
Yes. So you know what to do.
So you know
So
what to
we
do.
know what to do.
Exactly.
We do. It's just that we get set in our ways, and then you just, I hate to say it, but you get tired of watching what you eat. You get
Right.
tired of, I don't want
It's
to juice
work.
today. I don't, let me just eat this slice of cake, and let me just put all this butter on my corn.
And then some of it's lifestyle because, we're working, our schedules are crazy, we're running from here to there, to pillar to post, and you get hungry and you don't want to stop and fix something, so you grab something on the run, and before you realize it, that becomes a habit.
Yes.
So now not only are you draining your bank account with all the fast food that you're purchasing, but you're bankrupting your body as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing with not just having fast foods that are, going to, a fast food restaurant, but, eating frozen dinners. It's not healthy for you. If you turn over and look at the back of it, how much sodium?
Yes.
Sometimes I've seen containers, tiny, 7 ounces, and it has like 1,500 milligrams of sodium. It's not good for you.
Yes.
That's long term, just a prescription for the doctor.
Yes.
I need you.
And I was holding a conversation with a lady today, and she was talking about salt and how they've taken salt out of their diet in their household. And, that the children come into the house and ask, where's the salt? Because that's what they have at home. And if you train your children when they're little, the only reason they know what it tastes like on your table is because you use it on your table.
Yes.
So I was sharing with her that my grandson, everybody teases us because when he comes in, he comes to your house, he's going to ask for water. And the reason he doesn't ask for soda, he doesn't ask for juice, he doesn't ask for any of that. He wants water. And that's because when he was little, that's what we gave him.
Yes.
And that's what he
Makes a
became
difference.
accustomed to, and that's what he wants. So if you start your children, when they're little and get them into good habits, then as they grow older, you don't have to untrain all of that and try to force them not to eat what you're giving them, right?
And I mean, to your point, even with little kids, but adults, I mean, I was just blown away about how many adults tell me that they may only drink 1 bottle of water a day, 16 ounces of water a day, and it was just like,
Some don't drink that.
Yeah, you got to increase your water, because water doesn't stay in your body. You got to keep replenishing. You need that. You need the water.
And your body, God designed the body like he designed the earth. The earth is 3/4 water. The body is 3/4 water. So if you're 3/4 water and you're not replenishing that water, what do you think is going to happen to your body?
That's right. You see it on some people.
Right. Oh, Lord, yes.
No, not you. Yeah, but, to your point, just making sure you do the balance, carbs, protein, fats, your minerals, your vitamins, and water. That's what you need.
I love this woman because she works it, okay? She works it, and she knows what she knows. And if you keep listening to her, you're going to be a whole lot healthier. And you may already be healthy, but you're still going to be healthier because she's
Yes.
just so good at what she's so knowledgeable.
Thank you, Ginger.
Yes,
Yeah.
just telling the truth.
Yeah.
Just telling the truth. So now when you get these fads and you get these bads and then you get these glads.
Yes.
And when you get to glad, it's a good place to be.
Yes.
But,
that's the place you want to be.
Right. So when you get to glad, how do you stay? How do you stay in that glad place?
You know what I do is, like at work, I take my oatmeal and I buy the big container. I don't buy the little boxes of instant. Buy the big container, have a big bowl, and I just have it out on my desk as my reminder. It's like, okay, eat your oatmeal today. Because and again, it's conditioning. I mean, it takes conditioning. I bring a big thing of salad, I have my guacamole. I have different things that I'll use so I won't get bored. So I have a friend of mine, he goes every Monday morning, runs in the store and picks up all of his fresh veggies, his salads, his, chicken strips, grilled chicken strips for a salad. So it's condition your mind and your body. I want to look like this. I want to feel like this. This is how I want to be. When you start telling yourself that, then you will do it. You'll do it. You'll get up and want to break your fast. Breakfast, break your fast. Get your bottle of water, have your oatmeal, have your cereal, have a nice healthy lunch, have a nice healthy dinner. That's the glad. And work out.
Yes.
Because you better
work it, right? I've been walking more lately. Thank goodness the weather has changed, right?
Yes.
And you just feel like if you get to a point and you feel like you're in control of your body instead of your body being in control of you, that's a glad place for me. And what I'm doing is I'm walking gradually, because generally what happens during the summer months is my sister and I, we walk the Woodrow Wilson Bridge.
Oh, nice.
People think we're crazy, but that's what we do.
That's excellent.
But it is because you've got the walk, you've got the water, you've got the sun, you've got the birds,
you've got your ions.
you've got all of it going on.
Yes.
And so, but I knew that with what I had going on, I wasn't in condition to walk that bridge. So I just started walking a little bit at a time. Go jump on the bus and go to the store, right? And it's just been a blessing. It's been refreshing, because it's making me feel more like I'm in control of my body instead of my body being in control of me. You better work that thing. So
you better work
I'm just saying it's a process. So many times people think they can go from A to Z and don't do the steps in between, and
your
they
body's
end
gonna
up
miss
hurting
something.
themselves.
Your body is gonna miss something.
Right, exactly. So don't feel like it's not a microwave process. Here's the thing. Whatever your situation is, it didn't happen overnight. So don't think that you're going to fix it overnight.
That's right.
And that's where that fad comes in. You fall into the fad, you find a quick fix, and think that everything's going to be okay.
Right. The fad becomes bad.
Exactly.
The fad becomes bad.
So don't try to skip the steps to get the end result. Go through the process, because going through the process helps you be ready when you get to Z.
Yes.
To be able to have the discipline to stay in the glad place.
Absolutely right.
Right?
You said it beautifully.
Woo, Lord. You better work it. You better work it.
You better work it.
Because it'll work if you work it.
That's very true. I like that. It will work.
It will work if you work it. It's it's the whole thing is just, it's exciting. And I love it when I see people, I've been to some of your classes, and the class starts out and people are looking like, oh, she doesn't really think I'm going to do that. I can't do that. You just see the expressions, and some people you even hear them, and before the end of the class, they're elated because they accomplished so much more.
Such a blessing. I
yes,
love it.
exactly. And so, but it's the way that you teach, because people. That's why a lot of times people don't go, because they feel like they can't do what's required of them to be in the class. But you have a method of teaching. It fascinates me when I sit and I watch you teach, because I don't care if you have 5 people in a room or 20 people in a room, you design something in the midst of the class for every single person. You've already sized up what they're able to do and what they're not able. That's a gift.
That is.
And what they're not able to do. And then you're so gentle with it, and you know, because of your temperament and your demeanor, it makes people want to perform for you because you make them feel good about what they're doing. And I just admire that about you. You are so serious about your craft.
Yes,
this
I
woman,
am.
This woman is the beast. She works it, y'all. She works it.
I know one of my clients told me today at my 7 o'clock class, and you know, he said, I wasn't coming today, you know, because my body was tired. I was tired. I didn't feel like hearing you say, come on, 2 more, and then we have 5 more, you know, okay, 1 more, we got 3 more. It's like, I really didn't, but I'm so glad I came. He said, you know, I take simple exercises and make them work for your body.
Right.
You know, and I said, I believe in making the exercise work for your body.
Right.
You know, you got to make it work for your body. Don't force something. If I know that you have shoulder issues, I'm not going to make you put a heavy weight on your back. I'm not going to make you lift heavy weights. It's just as effective as doing bands and tubing or light weights.
And so when and so when you leave her class, you're in a glad place because you just feel like you've got this sense of accomplishment. And it's, I've been in, you know, I
we're getting you there more and more.
You better work it.
That's right. You better work it.
Yeah. And I, you know, I really, I just appreciate the time that you take to help other people improve their lives.
I know that's what I'm supposed to do. I know that's what I'm supposed to do. So when I don't see, you know, someone doing, you know, to their, what I feel is, you know, what they can, then I'm going to talk to them because maybe they have an issue that they didn't tell me. You know, but the moment you tell me my shoulder, my knee, my lower back, I'm going to cater that workout for my class, for you.
And she's funny, y'all. She's funny. Look, we can be someplace and she'll reach over in the midst of a conversation. In the midst of a conversation, I can be doing business, serious about what I'm doing, in the throes of what I'm doing, and she'll reach out and hand me a bottle of water, and I'll say, oh, I've got one in my bag, and she'll say, yeah, but you're not drinking it in your bag.
That's so true. I'm horrible.
No, but it's good. It's good because I need somebody. I mean, I drink a lot of water, but it's just it's that gentle reminder, that nudge that you give, and it's important, and it really does help. And so all I'm saying to you out there, listeners, viewers, find the person that nudges you. We're here to nudge you into health. We're here to just give you that little push that you need. We're not trying to shove it down your throat. And as we said, it's a process, and we understand that it's a process. And we just pray that something that we're saying or doing is helping somebody out there.
That's
just perfect. The bottom line.
Yes, it is.
That's all we want to do, is we want to help. And you know, sometimes I talk about my situation and my circumstances because I want, you know, sometimes you look at people and you think they're not going through anything. They're just, you know, that outer thing, just, you don't have to look like what you're going through, but you have to acknowledge what you're going. First, you got to acknowledge it in order to even to begin to fix it. So all we came here this evening to tell you was, you'd better work it.